We are in Melse on the 19th of Fateska. It is dark. You and Arafel are there. I have given you each one new fate die because of the work you did last session.
Thank you.
You're basically waiting for your ship to leave so you can go towards Safina. And you do so at an inn of some kind.
Okay.
The question is, high class or low class? You don't have that much money.
I don't mind the low class.
So lower class it is. You are in the seedy part of town, which is the one that is not gaudily propped up and beautiful, as I described last time, the scenic part.
Mm-hmm.
As you are enjoying your evening fare, which is mashed langok, fried mashed langok from yesterday.
Just, spice it up a little bit with my magic.
There will be an entourage approaching this particular establishment, and it's a very ostentatious looking one. Definitely out of place. It's about a half dozen slave boys with escort. They are covered in gold powder. Hence the escort for this part of town.
Okay.
Everybody's staring at them.
No wonder. What, human boys?
Yes.
What age?
Between 12 and 16. They are carrying a feast on silver and gold trays. The feast in question is far beyond what this inn can offer. There is the most delicious types of seafood, oysters, even some fillets made from Welser hog. It's a very particular fish that grows to gigantic size. But if you catch them when they're just young, they're only about as big as a great white shark or something.
Oh, okay.
There are also squid stuffed with oysters. There is eel with truffle eyes. There are wholly grilled seals with eyes of plum gel.
Wholly grilled seal.
Yes, someone has put a seal on a what do you call it?
A rod?
Yes. Like you do with a pig.
Yeah.
But it's a seal instead.
But why do you say it's holy? It's
No, it's because it's the whole seal.
Oh, a hole. I thought you said
Yes.
holy.
No, a hole.
Okay.
Like you do with a pig. They come there and set down this incredible fare right there in the tavern where you're at. And even offer you a big purse of coins.
Me?
Everyone in the inn.
I'm not taking it. There's something fishy with this. Does Arafel take it?
No. She also feels there's something fishy with this. They have a minstrel there playing. Who's singing some kind of songs. And they in fact congregate around you. Offer you drink, food.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to leave this place because I'm still not I'm still not convinced that this is not some kind of assassination attempt on a grander scale.
You can't leave now, says what passes for a maitre d' in ostentatious algae silk clothes, tunic, robes, very nice cloak billowing as he walks. He has outlandish tattoos in the particular colours of Trasil, but it's not really tattoos, it's more body painting.
Okay.
The Praetorians don't tattoo themselves, they just paint themselves in very bright colours. Eat, drink and be merry.
Why?
For you might never know when you have the chance next.
Who are you?
My name is of no consequence.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. of no consequence. I am tired. I'm going to my bed.
Look here. He will try very hard to convince you to eat, drink, and be merry.
I don't understand why. What about all the other people around?
Oh, but none of them have your particular qualities, fair lady.
Do I recognize this man from anywhere?
Nope.
Is he drunk?
Roll wind. Let's see, what's her wind here? You only have 2 dice in wind now.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, well. It doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Let's see what Arafel has to say. That means that you're up to actually 3 fake dice now. How about that?
Well,
You can use them. There we go. Yeah, she's better with those kinds of observations.
humans, you can never tell what they're thinking.
Exactly. She will whisper to you. She's looking at
Tattoos.
the body painting and all sorts of... She does a very subtle gesture towards his signet ring. Tremelda.
Okay.
He works for Tremelda. Only if you pass a wing check.
Tremelda. Wait a minute.
Your character will know if you pass a wing check.
Okay. Jag har 2.
Sounds like the name of a Paratornian high nobility person. You wouldn't be able to place the person in terms of faction or interest or anything like that. Do you remember the man that Goblin tripped?
Yes.
He worked for Tremelda.
Something's not right here.
I agree.
I take a glass and
Arafel will as well, just to play along.
yeah, I'm not drinking. I'm just holding it in my hand.
Yeah.
And then this is so not her. She's not doing things like this. She doesn't care about nobility or people or things like that.
Oh, do I hear her giving in to her arrogance?
Yes.
That's another fake guy for you.
Well, she's sitting there holding the glass of wine and it feels so ridiculous that she doesn't really know where to go.
So how exactly will she display her arrogance? Obviously she's going to muck this up for the two of you.
So, Mika, what about all the other people? Are they involved in this?
Oh, they definitely want to gain access to the yummy food. I mean, holy smokes, they're poor people. The best meal they can expect any given day is mashed langoks.
Yeah.
This is like all the big feasts of the year rolled into one. It's food that their like will never see in their entire lives.
And
of course they want some.
And they are not allowed to get to it.
Nope.
He is just cornering me and Arafel.
Yep.
What a prick.
Yep.
Okay. So this is just for me then? Is it just for me?
No, it's for you and your...
My entourage. Well, thank you very much. Please, all my friends in this location, come and take food from this generous gentleman here. And because I expect that they come rushing towards here.
Yep.
So I try to,
What, sneak away?
yeah, between all the people, the poor people who comes to ravish the food.
Yeah, he's gonna get slightly overwhelmed by all the people who want to come, because obviously you said that they could.
Yes. Well, he said that it was allowed for my entourage, and suddenly I have lots of people in my entourage.
Indeed. So, let's make this into a contest. You're not gonna be able to sneak away that easily. I would think, because you're in smack dab in the middle of everything, and you have also drawn a lot of attention to yourself by standing up and flipping off arrogantly. So I'm going to say that you have your water, which is 3, -1 for being arrogant and drawing all the attention to you. Arafel will try to help you, but her water is only 1.
That's fine.
She will try to help you, in fact, with fire.
Okay.
By being sneaky and stealthy and just smooth as a cat. Move quietly out of the way, so I'm going to give her the 3 dice. Oh, before you get you to... Okay, that helps.
Wow.
She will help you. You gain another die for that, so you can roll 1 more.
Okay.
She can, in fact, drop something somewhere to make them distracted from you. He will... So that's 2 successes on you. I'll give him... Well, this is really a perception roll. You want to sneak away, right?
I have my...
2, but I'm going to give him 1 more for having a lot of stuff around him. And I can burn one of my fate dice. You win!
Woohoo!
Because I didn't have crits. Also, you're the attacker.
Okay.
So while he is trying to control the populace, you and Arfel manage to slip away between a couple of the bodyguards.
And
you're putting your hoodies up properly so nobody can see you.
we're leaving the tavern.
Yeah.
Because
which is easy enough. You carry all your stuff anyway.
Yeah, because this is fishy. I do not trust this person. Not after all those assassination attempts and things like that.
And where will you spend the rest of the night until dawn, when it's time to take a ship?
Do they have city walls here?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
it's easier to distract the foreign sailors that way, so they can't see the rest of the city if the horizon is blocked. They can't see the misery outside the city walls.
Of course. I want to. I ask Arafel, who is more. She's more accustomed to cities than I am. Where do you think they will least find us again?
The slums, I would say.
Let's go there.
She will try to find a good contact for you to stay with.
Why? Where is she going?
No, for both of you.
Oh, okay.
You, and then the two of you.
Oh, okay.
She knows her way around slums. She knows her way around cities, as you say. And she will use two of her fate dice for this purpose.
Oh.
So that you can properly just disappear in the throngs of the city.
Can I help her in some way?
Sure. How do you want to help her? You don't know much about cities, but maybe there's something else that you want. Oh, maybe you can use your silver tongue?
I don't have one.
Yes, in 3 water you have a silver tongue.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
You're very, very socially impressive.
Am I?
In 3 water you are, yes.
Okay.
You're the face of the group, really. Again.
I don't get why I always get those. I'm trying not to be.
I think it's just the intimidation factor. Yeah, that's an extra die for her. Yeah, that worked.
Wow.
You are gone. You have been swallowed by shadows. She leads you down alleyways and through prongs and almost over roofs when necessary. And there is no way on this side of the demon realms that anyone can follow you the route the two of you have taken.
Okay, good.
Few are as cat-like and quiet as the two of you. And you finally find a safe house, used on occasion by the Digitalong, I should say, which is basically glorified basement for cold larder for one of the slummy inns. Behind a hidden shelf, if you will.
Okay, good.
So this is as safe as, yeah, exactly, as you could possibly imagine. And there you wait out the night. When dawn comes, nothing happens during the night. Boom! How about that?
I'm very, very happy about it.
For the first time in forever.
When we're leaving this place and go to the harbor, do we hear any rumors about this strange?
Oh yes. It attracted a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And apparently it ended with those bodyguards starting to whip up a lot of lower class people, which in turn led to those people getting angry. So they had to make a very quick exit from those areas.
Do we hear anything about the poor people who ate of the food being poisoned or anything?
No, apparently they had an excellent meal and enjoyed it very much.
Good.
Best meal they had. The talk of the town is how they drove those rich people out of their area. Which in turn is probably going to make someone want to send in city guards to restore order, because we can't have lower classes rebelling now, can we?
They were enjoying the food.
Yep.
I don't understand. Well, good.
Yeah, that's the talk of the town. Meanwhile, you have to book passage.
Yeah. I'll let Darfel do that.
Yep. Sounds good. She can use her contacts and whatnot. I'm not going to burn through fate dice this time. Again, goes well, and it helps that Fateska Longa has connections in this town, and that the dominant power of this town is an ally of the Fateska Longa. You are directed through the series of harbor authorities. It's a shell game, really. Someone is covering for someone else is covering for someone else to hide any possible connections between themselves and you, so that the Rabdurana won't easily be able to trace who might be helping you or where you might have gone for help. But long story short, you get yourselves on board one of the Catramasses, which is those speedy ships by which you got to Paratrona from Kalamux. That is going with postal packages to Safina along the very, very heavily trafficked trade route that goes between Melsa and Tigold on that island. There is one slight modification to this, says RFL.
Okay.
There won't be any other passengers, and I've seen to that, she says. And the only parcel they're sending is us this time.
Okay.
So this is not expected anywhere. And that allows us to stop wherever we want.
Yeah, that's very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you did help.
I guess I did.
So, you leave just after dawn with the tides. Catramas is heading southwest, really. Unfortunately, it turns out that you are going into headwinds. So you'll have to tack. It's apparently the Kusa. It's the season for these kinds of winds. On the other hand, when you go back, you might have headwinds again, because the winds might have shifted. Yay!
I'm not.
That's perfect.
I'm not affected by the heavy seas. So.
No, but the headwinds means that it'll take a longer time to get where you want to go. So
That's fine.
I'm just going to have a look at how long it typically takes to get there. It typically takes... There. There we go. It typically takes about a day and a half, and that's with a slower trade vessel. So for this Catramas, it would take, if you had the winds with you properly, you'd be there in half a day.
So now it will take about as long.
Yeah, between half a day and a full day. Say a full day-ish, something like that. Full day, maybe a bit more than... Yeah, so...
What I meant was 1.5 day
Yeah.
as the more slower vessels, but
Yeah.
I can take half a day, that's better for me.
Weather is clear. It's not terribly cold. That is to say, just above zero. Yeah.
I'm keeping my eyes open. Do I see any suspicious people in the port before we leave?
Roll wind.
2, right?
Yeah. Suspicious people? You don't see anyone who you would think is an enemy, but you are pretty sure that the powers that be, that is Digitalunga and whomever else there might be allied with, probably knows that you have left. You have not left without leaving a trace.
Okay. Yeah, good to know.
Let's see. I want to...
Where's her bone?
I think she's lying. Yeah. No? Yeah. No. This is a very, very heavily trafficked trade lane. Before the day is over, you're going to see other sails on the horizon and on the seas. No one is hailing you. No one bothers much. It's not an uncommon sight to see this type of ship where you're going. Mm-hmm. And before the end of the day, well, before the end of the day tomorrow, the next day.
Yep.
You will arrive to the coast of Safina that rises out of the ocean. Ahead of you, you will see forest as far as the eye can see, really. Because you were headed towards, I remember that you pointed to the map where you were headed.
Yeah.
And that's just forest along the entire horizon. Far, far inland, mountains.
Yeah, okay.
At least one mountain, but it's kind of the start of a mountain chain,
yeah.
if you will. And the captain will try to find a good place to anchor. What will your instructions be to the captain?
Well, I can't expect them to... I don't even know how long this will take, so I don't expect them to wait for me, or because that would be looking very suspicious as well.
Well, the Arpel is coming with you, so I mean, she could give instructions.
Yeah, no, I think that we'll let them head back.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there's no reason for them to wait for us. Because we don't know how long this will take and if we're actually going to go back the same way when we're done.
That's true enough. We can say like this. In the name of the Digitalunga, wait for us for a week. If we haven't come back then, you leave.
Fair enough.
So you go ashore, and it is right around lunchtime when you do. This forest is not as hospitable as those that you used to live in, of course. But it's still a forest. First one you've been in ages.
Yeah, I feel so relieved. Finally, I actually relax. And for the first time in a long, long time, I feel happy.
You have a bonus die to everything you do because you're in a forest and you're a wood elf.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Well, you should have some perk for being a wood elf in a freaking wood.
Yeah. So,
at this point, Arafel is simply looking at you. You lead on. I know nothing about the forest.
do you remember what I said last time that I was going to ask the birds?
Yes, I do remember that.
So I asked the birds.
Okay. Water plus how many fate dice do you put into that? You have 4.
Oh, did I get one for that?
You pissed off the nobleman.
Did I piss him off? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. How many regular dice do I have then?
You have 3 for water.
Okay.
And you can put in maximum 1 because you don't have a higher level magic than that, so yeah.
A 6 and a 4 and a 3 and a 1.
Lovely. Yeah, a bird will come and talk to you.
Oh.
What are you asking the bird?
What kind of bird is it?
What kind of word do you want it to be?
A smart bird.
Crow?
Yes.
Sure, it's a crow.
Okay.
You will give it. If you had only had normal successes, I would have said that you would have been given very general, accurate enough, but general sort of information that will tell you to go, southeast, but not how far. Now you did roll a 6. So that allows you to ask me one very precise question at least. I might even give you 2. So the bird will tell you that you should go towards the mountain.
What do I know about Melialina and her whereabouts?
You know nothing about her whereabouts. You can look at the verses again.
Yeah, I asked the bird if the bird has seen an elven woman with magic, living in. Did I know that she lives in a tower?
No, you don't know where she lives.
No. Who is friendly towards the forest?
The bird hasn't seen her, but the bird knows of her.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want help as an animal, that's where you go.
Okay. And where is it?
Walk in the direction where the sun is when it's at its highest. You will come to a valley where the forest stops. It's not going to give you how long it takes to get there, because it's bird.
Yeah.
It measures things in wing beats, or how long it takes to fly there, and that's completely useless to you.
Yeah.
But it did say the direction.
Yeah.
And about how far you had to go.
Does she live in a tower or a tree or?
I would say probably a tree.
Okay.
But all wood peoples.
Yeah. Okay, let's go then.
Yep.
So
off you
briskly
go.
we march on.
Indeed. Normally, it's pretty easy for you to travel through the forest. This forest is not normal. Not even for a wood elf.
Okay.
You have no idea how long you have to go to get to... If you look in the direction that the bird told you, you will have at least the slope of the mountain right there. So it's entirely possible that you'll actually have to sort of walk over one of the shoulders of the mountain or foothills.
Okay.
So that's going to take a little bit longer then. But just judging distance by eyes, that's hard. A day, 2 days, 3 days?
It might be a magical forest as well.
Yes, so it could be 2 weeks or 5 minutes.
So I don't care about the distance, I just start to walk.
Yeah. She lets you, Arafa lets you take the lead. She brings up the rear. It's pretty cold this day. You have just below 0. Light breeze, but no rain or anything like that. So that's good. You will soon discover why it takes a long time to travel through this forest. And that is indeed the Mispel shrubbery, which is incredibly annoying even for an elf.
Yeah, okay.
The ground vegetation is very thick with this shrubbery. It's just about everywhere.
Yeah.
And when you walk through it, it's not like it's thorny, but all those seeds, and particularly now that it's after winter, so it's not too many leaves anywhere. The leaves are just going to start coming out very soon. Some of them are already starting because it's late March. But that also means that the seeds have an easier time accessing you. And they have those little thorns. So it's a little bit of a barb.
Okay.
And they get wherever they can. And when they get there, I mean, one seed isn't annoying. It just pricks you a little bit. There's a slight drop of blood, and then it can fall off. But having walked through that stuff for hours and hours on end, your clothes will take a beating. Even elven clothes, though they are more resilient. And your arms and your legs particularly, because you move them more than anything else. Your hands, or you learn quickly to cover them with whatever cloth and clothes that you have. It hurts after a day.
I have put my cat in my backpack.
Yeah, because she's going to hate this place. She's going to have Mispel seeds all over her fur.
Yeah.
It's like ticks, only, seeds instead.
well, it's a very, very good defense
Yeah.
for...
And it's a very good way to keep people out of the Darkmoon Forest, exactly. So yes, she couldn't have chosen a better place to hide.
What does Arafel say?
Oh, she curses this forest after like an hour, and she doesn't stop cursing. She hates this place intensely and with a passion. By the end of the day, in fact, you can choose one blood to take some kind of hurt from. You can decide yourselves if it's that you're taking an actual damage point, or just an exhaustion, or fear, or doubt. Maybe you're doubting that your travel is going to be successful. It's just taxing to walk through these damn things.
I think I take an exhaustion.
Yep, sounds good. I think Arafel is going to take a...
doubt, probably.
Yes, exactly.
That's...
She can't take one more, because then she'll get broken.
Okay.
She doesn't have that much water.
Okay.
She only has the one. But we're not quite at that point yet. But it's good to know just the effect of this forest as you're walking through it.
Can I heal her in some way?
Yeah, you have the healing arts. Absolutely, you can do that.
Do I have any bombs, salvor of any kind, or...
I think you might. This is why we have to keep track of your possessions. I haven't actually written down your possessions. I know you have bow, cloak, boots, and then I guess you have an apothecary's bag. Didn't you before?
I did. I left parts of it.
Yeah.
At the monks.
Yeah.
Because we destroyed so much.
Right. Yes. No, that was the stuff that you can use to create more healing potions, I remember.
Yeah.
But in your apothecary's bag, you have 5... It has enough space for 5 potions in there. Mm-hmm. So if you want to have 1 for each type of hurt, and then maybe 2 for damage, that would work.
Yeah, I think I have a bomb.
I'm gonna say strength 1 on all of them.
It's a soothing bomb. Like aloe vera.
Right.
Shall I...
No, wait. Yeah, you're gonna add to that, but with the potion. But before we get there, it's going to be... It's going to be fairly late in the afternoon, just before you strike camp, when you get to a small lake with... in fact, it's big enough... This is not a wetland yet. So it's a lake with fresh water in it.
Yeah, that's good.
Completely drinkable. You would say that the water probably comes from the mountain, and then you've probably been following it for a while. You met it after about an hour walking in from the coast, and it empties into the ocean. There is a very, very beautiful human, maybe?
Okay.
Who sits there and sings beautifully.
I don't trust it. He, she? Has he discovered us?
No, he sits with the back towards you.
Okay.
Also, he's naked.
Wow. That's weird. Okay, I hold my hand
Arfel
up.
is just sitting down and trying to not be seen.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't want him to see us.
Mm-hmm.
So we hunker down.
Yep.
I think it's weird that a naked man is sitting singing at the lake in the Tokma forest. Does he have any scratches on his body from the seeds?
Ooh, good question. Roll wind. You're not that close.
3?
2.
You said I had an extra die for everything.
Yes, indeed. Oh, no! His skin is absolutely unbroken by anything. That person is either completely immune to the mystical seeds or haven't moved through any of the shrubbery at all.
Yeah. So, probably lives here.
Does he live here? Oh, also, with that roll, you'll notice something else as well. Not a human. Some kind of elven kind.
Oh, interesting.
Though not any type of elven kind you've ever seen. This is not a wood elf. This is not a grey elf. This is not
Hey.
It's not a cave elf. You have no idea what kind of elf this is.
Dinecken.
He does not have a violin.
Okay. Well, does he seem like he's going away, or?
No, he's sitting there and singing. Seems to enjoy himself mightily.
Okay, good.
He does have webbing between his fingers. You can see that when he's sort of sitting, leaning on the...
So he's some kind of lake elf.
Yeah. Weird freaking breed. You've never seen something like that before. Didn't even know that existed.
Lucky, come igen.
She wants to play.
I know she wants to play.
Desperate for attention. That's what she is.
Where's her bone? There. Well, as an elf, I should be. How is the relationship between different species of elves?
Between neutral and good. For the most part.
Okay.
There's very rarely armed conflict between any of you. Mostly because you have so many others to fight with.
Yeah. If this had been Delta Green, I would say that...
Shoot it between the eyes!
No.
No!
I would say that Tingy is developing some kind of... vad heter det? When you're aware of everything, vad heter det?
What, paranoia?
Yes. Suspicious against everything. But he's Elven. This might be a good way of actually asking for directions. I'm stupid. Om det är Näcken så kommer han att försöka dra ner mig och dränka mig, jag vet det. Men okej. I'll gesture to Arafal to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
she's just like looking at you as if you're completely moonbatty. take out her long dagger and her short bow. She keeps it down, but she's ready to go.
Okay, good. Yeah, because what I'm thinking about is he seems very, very comfortable where he's sitting, and not as if he is going to move anytime soon. And time is ticking, and we need to camp, and we need to eat, and things like that.
Yes, this is all true.
So I'm going to. Yeah. So no.
Hello.
Hello there. No, I'm going to sneak around. How much do I have here? Is it 3 or 4? I don't remember.
It's your fire, which in this case is, well, you have your fire, right? So that's 2.
Okay, so 3.
But 3 for forest, and another for your boot, and another for your cloak.
Oh.
So that's 5.
Har du en extra tärning till mig, en vit? Thank you. So I'm going to try and sneak around, so I come from another direction, so he doesn't notice Arafel.
Right. So she will try to stay hidden as well, on her side. Yeah, that's a bucket load of successes. And she has at least 1 success, though she realizes that she can't move if she doesn't want to be discovered, which means that she's not going to have a very good aim if something goes wrong. But you don't know that.
No.
She's like, I think I want to shift to a better position to have a clearer shot. And the moment she tries to, mistle seeds and everything. So, no. She's going to just stay there and stay hidden, and if it means that she has to take a little while to get into a better position, then that's it. Better to be hidden and not make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Yep, you've moved around.
So I come out from the other side, opposite the side of...
It's not that big a lake, so it won't take that long.
Okay, but opposite of the lake.
Yeah. I don't even think Arafel sees where you are at this point.
Okay, good.
You're a ghost. So you come out, and he sees you. And his eyes go really wide. His hair is looking kind of like the color of seaweed. And he stops singing, and he just slips off the stone and into the water. Whoops.
Okay.
You can see the rings where he went into the water just go wider and wider.
Well,
you think you saw gill slits on the sides of his jaws.
Okay. I don't want to camp at this lake.
When you eventually come back, he doesn't get back up again. Arafel will agree with you. If there's more of them, even if he's just alone, if this is the home, the 2 of you in the middle of the night, not a good idea.
No, definitely not.
So you'll have to force yourself another hour or 2 through the miserable forest. She will curse again. Before you strike camp, and you treat her for the wounds. That's water plus 1 die for the potion.
So 3 then?
Yep. No, 4.
4.
And if you want to add a fate die for your healing arts, you can.
No, it's not that. It's...
Oh, and your wood elf in the woods, so 5 dice. There you go.
Okay.
Yep, that works. She no longer suffers from doubt.
Good.
It's a lovely, lovely oh, and she was hurt from before, but you rested on everything. You remember her ankle that she twisted?
Oh, right, yeah.
But that's a long time ago. You've been to sea and everything, so she's good.
Okay. I guess that my sneaking around and she not even seeing me might have helped restoring her.
Faith in this Adventure, indeed. And with that, I guess she's going to take some sleep because she's human. How much sleep are you going to get? You typically need 4 hours. She needs 6.
I'm going to let her sleep until she... I'm going to let her sleep for 6 or 7 hours.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 3 hours.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because I'm going to keep guard. I don't trust things.
You don't trust this forest? Strange that. Strange indeed. Alright. And nothing happened during the night.